The following podcast will contain spoilers, tangents, hot takes, and excessive foul language. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Frightmares Podcast. I'm your host, Austin Proctor, and joining me today for episode 366 is a whole gaggle of people. First and foremost, my beautiful wife, Gabrielle Proctor.
Hello.
And, because this got out of hand very quickly, I originally was going to do this episode with you, and then we couldn't get to the movie in time. Then I asked Derek to join, and then you were like, well, I'll be on the episode still. And I was like, okay. And then Derek was like, can my wife be on the episode? I'm like, fuck it, more the merrier. So we have
everybody.
We have Derek and Tiera Ferreira. I'm obsessed with your name rhyming, by the way. So
Thank you. First time I got pulled over after I got married, that's what the police officer said. He's like, how'd you get that name? I'm like, well, I just got married, actually.
You know how long it took to find somebody to get this set up?
Yeah.
And Derek, say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Meowdy.
Meowdy. Love it. Today is the last installment of Zombruary Attack. We're discussing our wild card pick, Aaah Zombies, or Wasting Away. I don't know. It's a two-namer from 2007. A movie that shows us that having two different names is never not confusing. Let's see where this lands in the Nightmare Index. You know what's really funny that I noticed when I was watching the video back because of Riverside? It doesn't. I can't hear the little sound clips in between each segment, so it's just quiet. And
We're all just sitting here in silence.
It's like it's like flashbacks in Family Guy. Anyways, recently watched. I will kick it over to you two. Have you guys seen anything good lately that you wanted to talk about?
Ooh, we watched Diabolic. That was good.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that one.
Cold Storage.
Oh, that was
And
fun.
Yeah, we had fun
Yeah,
with that
Cold
one.
Storage was awesome.
And then, Mortuary Assistant.
Getting all the screeners, baby. I love it.
Saving us money on popcorn.
Popcorn.
Mostly concessions money.
Yeah, it's nice. But time, too. Like, with the little kid, we just don't have time to go out every weekend. So getting screeners is great because I'm like, yay, now I can sit at home. But they don't have fucking subtitles, and that's my beef.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same. I'm like, I can't hear
I can't hear it without the words on screen.
I can't hear without my subtitles. Yeah, because, we're usually watched after the kid's in bed, and we can't be cranking up the sound. So I think I emailed them when I was like, could you please include subtitles, please? Closed captioning. I just can't hear shit.
We're cutting you off. No more screen.
Yeah.
Too much.
You're done. That is too much requesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mortuary Assistant was really good. Have you guys ever played the game? No? Yeah. I feel like some context of the game would help because you and I both were like, these are a lot of fucking rules that they're throwing at us.
I literally were watching the movie and we're like, answer me these riddles 3. Like, how am I supposed to remember all these rules? They're so complicated, man.
Yeah. Good visuals, though, I would say.
Yeah.
Good scary moments. But then they had that weird line of like practical effects and CG that I thought was strange. I don't know. But Diabolic, are you into religious horror? Because it's like totally my thing.
Nope. She is. I'm not.
There we go. Yeah.
Me.
Okay. So what did you think of Diabolic?
I loved it. I literally, so watching it, I predicted some of it. I was like, I think this is how this is going to play out. That's going to play out. But
Yeah.
By the end of it, though, it's just like, hell yeah. Man,
I felt like
yeah,
it's good for her movie.
I have my own religious traumas, so.
Oh, so do I. It's probably why I like religious horror so much.
Yeah.
But we felt like it was a good for her movie. By the end, I'm like, I don't know. This isn't like a raw deal she's getting. She got like 10 good years there. And then that demon really cleaned house. So I'm not mad.
I'm
kind of on the demon side here. I don't know.
I was
It was like,
100%.
this didn't really work out not in her favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. So are you on the Letterboxd? Do you rate movies? What did you
I am
rate?
on the letterbox.
What did you rate it?
I believe I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Nice. Okay. All right. I gave it a 4.5. Derek gave it a 3, but if you're not into religious horror that much, then that makes sense. I mean, visually though, it still was very, very aesthetically pleasing.
What's your letterbox handle?
What?
I just want to know.
So I found the way to actually figure out what it is. If you go to your profile, right, and you hit that's not it. Yeah, and you go to your profile and you hit the little 3 dots at the top right, it'll show you your actual name. Yeah, I know. I've been using this app for 8 years, and I just figured that out.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just Spooky T 1408.
Ooh, nice. I love it. Well, let's see. I saved a movie, Gabby, for you and I to talk about. What the fuck is that?
It's a truck.
Someone driving by in a fucking jet. Because I said this on the last episode. I was like, I'm going to save Wuthering Heights to talk about with Gabby, even though it has nothing to do with horror movies. You dragged me to that movie. Reluctantly, I said yes. But I was like, Margot Robbie's in it. It's fine.
I do love Margot Robbie.
But man, that story was, oh, God. Oh, man. 2.5 hours?
They took out too much book story, which, whatever. I didn't even read the book. That's not the Bronte sister I read. But they took out way too much plot and left way too little in for 2.5 hours. I'm like, you guys could have put more plot in there for 2.5 hours.
It was.
I was like, my heights were not withered at all. I was like Bridgerton is spicier by 10 miles. I was like, Bridgerton, I'm watching, and I'm typing away, and then I'll just be like this.
Pervert.
And I realize I'm just staring at the screen hard. Withering Heights, I'm like, is something spicy going to happen? Or
for a movie? Well, I mean, I don't.
It was really advertised as a spicy movie.
Yeah, there wasn't very. I mean, but like, people should have known. Like, Margot Robbie doesn't do any nudity, so it's like
you can get away with a lot without being nude.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there wasn't very much in that respect at all. And by the end of it, I hated myself just a little bit for watching it.
I was a little disappointed. I'm like, I feel like I could have picked something better to drag him to.
Oh, what did I gave it a 1.5, right? Because it was honestly a terrible movie. The entire movie. Oh, can I read my review? Is it no, I don't do spoilery reviews. Because usually they're one sentence. 1.5 stars. Oh yeah, this is my review. If you need me, I'll be casually waiting in my backyard for Margot Robbie to sprain her ankle. Because that's what happens. So I'll be on the back
right
porch
there
there.
with you.
Yeah, 5 likes. That's fun. What else did we watch? I already talked about My Bloody Valentine. You showed me Clueless, which I think that's a movie much like White Chicks. I just needed to see when it came out. Didn't hit for me. I was like, Clueless is fine. I don't know.
Wait, you don't like White Chicks?
I don't know what to do with them. I don't know.
Clueless,
I tried.
So Clueless, I can give you a pass, but the whole you had to grow up with it as a teenager. But White Chicks is just straight like slapstick.
I mean, there are parts that don't age well, but most of it, it's like you don't even care at that point. You're just in it.
I didn't see it when it came out originally. I saw it for the first time last year, and I was like, my review for that was, I think it would have been funnier had I seen this when it came out, because I was like, I don't know, it just didn't hit for me. But second time watching a movie can be a different story. I think I gave that one like a 3, but
that's still solid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's funny you didn't like Clueless, but you were locked in on. If you guys remember when Twilight was really popular, a movie called Beautiful Creatures came out.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that movie. I don't care if it's terrible. I love it.
It's not terrible though.
But like it bombed bad,
and it's got a pretty.
Lacey had told me about that one because I was like, wait, what is that? And she was explaining what Beautiful Creature was, but she said the same thing, that it bombed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it only made back exactly as much as it cost worldwide. And so they canceled all the sequels, which was sad because I really wanted to know what happened next. I'm not reading the books.
How many books are there?
I don't know that bad.
More than one. I just want to see it. Yeah. Just like Bridgerton, I'm not reading it. Just show it to me, okay?
Yeah.
But he was locked in. He's like, what's going on? What's happening? I'm like, I did not expect you to be this into a teen movie.
And it's got like a 2.7. I fucking loved it. It was so different than things I had seen, and especially that table scene where everything was spinning. You were like, that was done practically, and I was like,
yeah, they had a big rotating table.
Love it. Plus, what's her face from Shameless is in it.
Emmy Rossum.
Slaying in that movie. I've never been
Gorgeous.
never been attracted to her. She's not ugly or anything. I've just never. And then she's in this, and I was like,
That slick back. She
Yeah, I
has
was
the same
like,
color
oh.
hair as you. She has like a slick back pixie thing
I
going
think,
on.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, she awoken something deep inside of me. Apparently, I gave that one a 4, and you nailed it on the head. Budget of $60 million, making $60.052. $52,000
Taking everybody
in
out
profit.
to dinner.
But you've been going through the Marvel universe.
I am halfway through the last Marvel movie.
I don't have time. I don't have time to talk about all
I
that.
crushed the entire Marvel movie, all of them, in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
I just watched so many movies.
You went through a gauntlet on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I have to watch
The
Marvel?
Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, there you go.
Entire thing. Literally, and I don't know. Do I have to watch Wolverine and Deadpool now?
No, don't even get the X-Men involved.
No, the X-Men are getting involved. What
I
do you
know.
mean?
You can't. Remember, we did this one time. We watched every MCU and X-Men movie chronologically, and I wanted to jump off a bridge. I was like, that was the worst decision ever. So many continuity errors. Oh, my God.
It's fine. After this, I am actually watching through all the X-Men movies in preparation for
Christ.
Doomsday. I don't screw around. I get ready.
Yeah, I can't do this. Marvel releases a new Avengers movie, and I'm like, I don't have time for 37. It's just too much.
And I make him go to every single one. I'm not like, I'm committed to
Here,
watching them all.
scoot your
So.
mic- yeah. Well, I'll go to them. It's fine. I just don't want to watch them all. And then for, 1 week rental, I watched an Oscar nominee, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. It was one of the most claustrophobic movies I've ever seen in my life. It stars Rose Byrne, who is super underappreciated, and much like, I'm blanking on names today, Rachel McAdams in Send Help. This is Rose Byrne like I have never seen her before. It's not listed as a horror movie, but I'd argue there are horror elements to that movie. It's more of like a drama. I don't know. It almost has some sci-fi elements, but I recommend that one if you haven't seen it. It's actually streaming on HBO Max. Yeah, HBO Max and Plex. It is a 2-hour movie, but it doesn't feel like a 2-hour movie. Also, Conan O'Brien is in the movie, which is very random.
That is super random.
And the rapper A$AP Rocky, which I was like, this is a random I'm in.
He's been getting into acting.
He was really good. I was very surprised. I didn't realize it was him until I was like, oh, that's got to be A$AP Rocky because he's the one of the main characters.
A lot of more current rappers and hip hop artists getting into acting has been working out really well.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a natural transition, but I don't know.
Sure. On a really weird road.
I did both of those things at some point. No, but that's
With the
all.
exception of Machine Gun Kelly, by the way.
What's that?
Oh, no.
I said, with the exception of Machine Gun Kelly, his acting is.
Wait, did he act in things?
Yes.
Oh,
It was.
stand by. We're looking it up.
Yeah, we're looking it up. Yeah,
please.
because there's YouTubers who made fun of this movie.
Oh yeah, dude, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have the
but I
mental
did you, and
bandwidth.
I don't have a title for you. But
Look, right there, MGK movie.
What does Google have to say?
Oh, it's
Morning.
called Good Morning. It's a stoner comedy that apparently doesn't make any sense because it was made after, weed was legal in California, but they're
Oh.
still playing it out like it's not.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
That's,
Yeah.
I don't
very
know if you know
strange.
YouTubers at all, but I think it was Drew Goddard that made fun of it.
I do. Drew Goddard.
Or-
That sounds familiar.
Who's the other YouTuber?
Drew
don't-
Goddard sounds wildly familiar. I think I know the name.
Oh, Jenny Gonzalez, I think, was actually the one who made fun of it.
I feel so far behind. I grew up in the golden age of
If
YouTube.
we didn't have a 16-year-old, I would not fucking know these
Oh,
people.
that's what it is. Got it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know ASMR people and I know super simple songs.
You keep that
That's it.
ASMR shit away from me.
What?
Oh, yeah. No. Oh. Oh. God, I hate it. I do have something from a new bit I'm doing from the... What?
He's doing it too.
No! Ah!
But what about the sweet sound of unwrapping a movie? I'll do it for you right now. I got plenty.
That's music to my ears. I love that. But any tapping or when people are like blowing bubbles or whatever. Oh, fucking. Because they always have the world's most super sensitive microphone and it just...
I just want you to pretend to put my makeup on so I can go sleepy by. Okay.
But have you ever listened to somebody shine a boot? It's very relaxing.
No.
yeah, the dude who shines the
Is
she's
it-
shining.
all right. Well, now I'm
Fine,
going to go
I'll
down
YouTube
a...
that later. It's fine.
I'm going to go down a weird YouTube hole later.
Shoot shining videos.
It's going to be 3 a.m. I'm going to have my eyes wide open. No.
YouTube's year-end wrap-up. You watched 30 hours of shoe shining?
Yeah.
It was in my wrap up last year.
Mine are all ASMR, and they're just like, so you like watching like this one girl like over and over again. Have you seen her face? Like, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Don't look at me.
Life is so random and chaotic. But from the corrections department, which is just me listening to the episode, I don't even know why I'm explaining this. I said on the last episode that Hausu had a 4.40 out of 5 on the Nightmare Index. It is no, I'm reading that. I can't even read my own fucking notes.
Hausu has a 4.4, not a 4.45. Why do you want to bring Hausu down?
No, I know. I'm sorry. Train to Busan landed at a 4.20 and is not tied with Hausu. Hausu still remains supreme on the Nightmare Index with a strong 4.40 out of 5. So that's from the corrections department. Let's go on to the body count. It's going to be great when I go watch the video when we're all just sitting here. So this is Aaah Zombies with so many exclamation points, it's almost distressing. From 2007, released on October 19th on DVD in the US. This did not go to theaters. It is also labeled Wasting Away. I'm not sure why there's two names. Who knows?
That title doesn't work at all.
Well, it works in a way because they were wasting away their lives and then they are literally wasting away. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't call it wasting away so much as falling apart, but you know.
All right, new title. It's Falling Apart. The biopic of my life. This is not rated. There's no sex and nudity, moderate violence and gore, mild profanity, mild alcohol, drugs, and smoking, and mild frightening and intense scenes. It's a very tame movie. Runtime of 1 hour and 30 minutes, listed as a comedy horror, directed by Matthew Conan, who also directed a few shorts and something called Last Country from 2023. He also wrote this alongside, I'm assuming, his brother, Sean Conan, who also wrote Last Country. Composed by the Newton Brothers, and if that name sounds familiar, let me blow your mind with all the shit that they've done. This was their second movie they ever scored, but they would go on to do nearly everything Mike Flanagan directs, like Oculus, Hush, Dr. Sleep, Midnight Mass, all that stuff. So it's interesting that this was like their jumping...
This was clearly a jumping off point.
Yeah.
The music was wonky.
The music was great, so they pretty much work with Flanagan on everything he does. Directed by Alan Fitterman, who also did the cinematography for 151 episodes of No Rancho Fundo. He appears to be a Spanish filmmaker. Oh. I just saw 151 episodes, and I was like, oh, wow, good for you. Edited by Emily Chayu? I don't know how to say that last name. I thought it was 50 Shades of Grey, but it's just Shades of Grey from 2014.
It's like a different thing.
Which is less fun. Also edited by Michael Schwartz, who did one other TV movie called Scrooge and Marley from 2001. A lot of people I don't know. Starring Matthew Davis as Mike. He was in Legally Blonde as Warner. What?
He was also in The Vampire Diaries as Alaric.
Okay. Juliana Robinson as Vanessa, who was in Last Country. Michael Grant Terry as Tim. He was in 42 episodes of...
Bones.
There we go. I just said 40.
You didn't type the name in.
I said 42 episodes of Wendell Bray.
He was Wendell Bray in Bones, and he was great.
Betsy Butler as Cindy. She was in Christmas versus the Walters as Kate. And this is my favorite credit ever. Colby French as Nick Steele. He does primarily TV work, but he was in Bruce Almighty as control room operator. So there you go. Look out for him in the background.
A pivotal role.
Estimated budget of $1 million. No worldwide box office gross because it didn't go to theaters. It did a lot of film festivals, but that's about it. It was filmed in LA, Santa Clarita, and Torrance, California. You can watch this on YouTube. Someone ripped a copy there that I found because it is not streaming anywhere. And I found a DVD for like $7, so I grabbed that. But it is on YouTube, so go check it out. Movies that came out around the same time, kind of just not a lot of nothing. Good Luck Chuck. Remember that movie everyone forgot about?
How dare you say nothing?
I said a lot of nothing. You look at the one later down there. It's one of my favorites. Resident Evil Extinction. Okay, good. Eastern Promises, The Heartbreak Kid, Across the Universe, Michael Clayton, 30 Days of Night, another good one. Dan in Real Life, Saw, fucking Roman numerals, 4, American Gangster, B-Movie, Fred Claus, and P2. So there's some good horror movies for sure. Everything else,
I've seen 8 of them.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, come on.
There's too many.
You only have to find 3.
So you need to tell me the ones that you haven't seen then.
Okay, I haven't seen 3.
Michael Clayton.
Duh.
Dan in Real Life.
Yeah.
And Eastern Promises.
Correct.
Fucking nailed it.
God, I watched a lot of these.
Yeah. I still haven't seen B-Movie, and I refuse to. IMDb summary, turning the zombie film on its head, this film is an oddball comedy from the perspective of the brain-munching monsters themselves. Let's roll into the autopsy. So fun fact, I didn't read anything about this movie. I just saw Aaah Zombies and the rating. It fit the wild card fucking requirements of being under a 3. So I had no idea that this was from their perspective at all.
Did you guys also have where like you've seen this poster hundreds of times and you just like never registered it and they're like, oh, this is what this is? Yeah, because that's where I was at. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that poster.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
I was fucking ripping on it based on the poster. I was like, it's gonna be fucking trash, dude. Fucking garbage. I was like, but I'm here for it. Let's go. I'm like,
In a technical sense,
he's
a
all
little
that
bit, yeah.
with fucking Shaun of the Dead, or I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's definitely like
Awful.
cheap movie, but it's fun.
$1 million
So fun.
though. That's I mean, $1 million is cheap in the
100%.
grand scope of things, but still for this, I was like, that's a lot of money. So, Derek, overall thoughts on Aaah Zombies / Wasting Away. What do you have?
No pressure.
All the pressure every time he does this because I'm like, what?
Don't hate me.
Solid.
Yeah.
For clearly estimated $1 million budget, I'm thinking 500,000. Like, but from an independent filmmaker's perspective, like I am, solid.
Yeah. Solid.
Not it.
I agree. Unexpectedly good.
Not
About
at first,
it, okay.
though.
Yeah, not at first. I was a little kind of like I
He was
sat
like,
there
"What
and
do you
wasn't sure what
think,
to
though?
say.
What do you think about it?" And I was like, I think this is one of the best things I've seen, considering I thought it was going to be trash. I thought it was awesome.
Okay, so she clearly loves it. What about you, Gabby? Overall
I
thoughts?
think we can all agree that going in blind was the best gift possible because, like the budget looks like it was like a nickel and a ham sandwich, and but you're like they actually went pretty far. Like the acting is still very cheesy, which I think is funny because Legally Blonde came out 6 years earlier.
Maybe that was on purpose.
But yeah, so like it didn't feel unintentional.
Right.
Yeah.
We had this whole conversation a while back about like bad acting that feels intentional, great.
Right.
When it feels like nobody knows what they're doing,
Bad.
painful.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
And it definitely felt intentional on it. Like the cheesiness felt so
Intentional.
modeled
intentional. It
after
felt
old, shit B movies or whatever. like,
exactly.
Well, those are my overall thoughts.
agree.
Everything that everyone has said, it was unexpectedly good. That's why it was a wild card because, like I said, anything between like a 2.4 and a 2.9 is typically one of those movies that you're either really gonna love or you're really gonna hate. So the setup to this movie is kind of confusing at first because of how they flash back and forth, but we'll get there. I do love how it starts out with the classified U.S. Army initial human testing and like the videos labeled bioweapons R&D, unit serum, a whole bunch of numbers. I do think this film took a page out of Reanimator's book with the lime green serum that they injected the soldier with, but that's fine with me. It felt like homage. And then the doctor's like, oh, we'll see results in like 24 hours. And then there was actually some pretty solid effects with the green. Did you miss that part? Because like he gets injected and then the green kind of goes up to his face.
No, I saw it.
And I was like, wow, that was actually pretty good. And then he's like, fucking stop recording. And then boom, title card. A very silly title card. I liked it, but it did not seem like a $1 million title card.
Okay, I missed the title card. I was busy doodling on my iPad at the same time.
No, because you looked up and you saw it. It was like the that chart of like man's evolution.
Oh, yes, that. I was like, oh no.
It's like, oh no. So this
same thing. I'm like, oh god.
yeah.
That's if this is the effects we're getting into, I'm scared.
Right, that was my thought. I was like, oh God, I don't know if this is going to be good or not. I did think it was going to be like Warm Bodies, though, in a sense.
Just Warm Bodies.
Just from the poster. Because the poster, it almost looks like a prom picture. Is it just me?
No, it's the prom pose. It's 100% the prom pose.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be some love story between two zombies. Because like I said, I didn't read anything going in. And it's not that at all.
Yeah, no, the romance is definitely a back burner thing and so silly in the rate of progression. Like in 7 years, so now we've gone to I love you, let's have sex, let's be together forever. Like it was a really quick turnaround, guys.
Yep. Yes.
Even zombies can find love. I also feel like they took a page out of Return of the Living Dead 2, I believe, because I think in that one, the toxic barrel falls off a truck and into the river. But this barrel rolls all the way through town.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sentient barrel on a mission.
That's when I was like, okay, this might be really funny because that was so ridiculous with like 7 different shots rolling into. But then it gets even wilder because the toxic sludge or whatever that they labeled infant formula, which was also hilarious, leaks out into these cartons of milk. And I had to rewind it to double check because the guy that brings in the milk, I was like, wait a second. Okay, I saw that it escaped into the boxes, but didn't he pick one from the top? And he sure did. So it's like
That was
Yeah.
So it went through the carton too?
Yeah,
Like
and
those
the-
leak-proof cartons?
and the amount was so so minimal. I was like, so it somehow went on the ground into the cardboard, up all the way to the one on the top, and the whole thing was lime green. No one's fucking saying anything about the lime green milk. I was like, okay, this is interesting. I didn't know if it was unintentional and they just thought people would roll with it, but it feels very intentional.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as he pours the gallon, I'm like, if he pours the gallon into the thing, the whole thing's green. And he just rolls with it. I'm like, this has got to be on purpose, dude.
I love when they do that in movies, though. Like that kind of comedy is like, yeah, it's kind of weird how in every like straight horror movie they just kind of go with this stuff. Like, is nobody questioning these things? And they're like, nope, not doing it at all.
Yeah, no, we all ate it. What are you talking about?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's probably just the lighting. What?
Yeah.
And
The fact they kept saying that's just the lighting.
it was
Fine.
interesting too because it was in black and white, and the only thing that was color was the lime green everything, which I
It's
thought
just the lighting.
it's just the lighting. I thought that was fun. I was like, okay, but I don't think the whole movie should be. I was hoping it would, jump to color because I thought it was a very weird aesthetic choice to do black and white in 2007 because there's really no reason to do it, and then it does.
It's extremely intentional.
It's extremely intentional because we get boom full color, and after they had died and fallen over, everything in color, they all wake back up. So at that moment in time, after they eat the ice cream, pass out and wake back up, did you read the synopsis?
No.
So then what did you think was happening? Because I don't know did you guys read the synopsis either, or did you just go in, okay, then we can ask everybody. We'll start with you. What did you think was happening?
I assumed it was some sort of break from the reality they were in, which is technically true. It just once it flipped back and forth once, I was like, oh, they don't know they're zombies. Because the only thing I had seen was that when I was going through to check the rating, because we were going to see if we could have it on in the background with our daughter, because some stuff we can't get away with. Most stuff, no.
We probably could have gotten away
This
with
one,
this.
100%,
Yeah,
she would have been
100%.
fine with.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind spooky stuff, but we don't play actual horror movies for her.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, that's
Not since she started looking at the TV.
Yeah.
But I saw a photo in color and I saw one in black and white while I was scrolling down, and I thought, oh, that's weird. Maybe like sometimes there's black and white versions
Flashbacks.
of movies, and sometimes they have them in both in color too. But I thought it was some sort of weird break from reality. I
Kinda
got
was.
it pretty quick on the zombie thing.
I did not. What about?
I had to tell. I know, because I was like, they don't know they're zombies, and you're like, oh.
I'm like, why are we switching back and forth from color to fucking black and white? All right, Tiera, what did you think was going on?
I pretty much, I was like, I had thought they died.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're eating the green. They're dead. And now I'm not really sure where it's going from here.
Right? You're just like, I'm lost.
Once you find out it's like their perspective as zombies, to me, that was so like, whoa.
Right.
I mean, there's movies now, of course, like Aaah Zombies and whatever, that like have zombies in society or whatever, but like,
Yeah, because I think Warm Bodies is the closest we have now where you get that perspective.
Yeah.
But they're still, you only ever see them as zombies,
Right.
and you're just hearing their narration. You don't actually see it from their perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you, Derek? What did you think was going on with that flip to color? What the fuck? I can
Flip-flop?
talk.
it's fine.
It's really good. I was just rolling with it. I wasn't sure what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me thought that maybe they had died and entered an alternate universe, but I was like, well, knowing it's a zombie movie, I should have picked it up right away, but I didn't. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that they were zombies. Because even in the movie, they take a while for the characters to realize they're zombies. I think it would have, I mean, you kind of have to market a movie in some way, but I think it would have been fun to not have that in the IMDb description. But then I don't know how you would sell this movie. Because that's kind of the whole thing. But because they don't announce it for a while, and you're like, oh, they're zombies. Oh, this is fun. So they look normal to them, and then to everyone else, they look like zombies. And I think it's interesting because this movie came out in a time when zombies were coming back, right? You had Dawn of the Dead, 2004. You had 28 Days Later, 2005, around this area. What else did you have? You had Shaun of the Dead around this time, 2004. Zombieland, 2009. How the fuck did this movie just get lost?
I think it was a little bit ahead of Zombieland and Walking Dead, which I think is where zombies got massive.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Because like Warm Bodies is really...
That's 2013, I think.
That's a reaction to zombies and Twilight.
Okay, back up. What?
Well, Warm Bodies it's like it capitalizing on the popularity of zombies and capitalizing on the popularity of the teen movies that were coming out at the time. Like,
I thought
Twilight was extremely popular. Hunger Games. Like, so there anything they can do with teen movies?
I thought you meant it was inspired by Twilight. I'm like,
oh God, no. It's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, okay. It's been a while, so we should probably watch Warm Bodies.
Yeah, it's 1,000% Romeo and Juliet.
It's been a minute. So would everyone agree that it just felt a little bit ahead of its time? Probably.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I feel like if this movie was either just re-released or even remade and put out now, that people would be like, this is great. Like,
100%.
I don't think I've seen another movie like this. I can't think of a zombie movie where you see it from their perspective at where they seem normal and everyone else finds them.
You're like sympathizing with them too.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh man, and maybe I shouldn't kill zombies, bro. Like, do they have feelings too? Or who am I?
Yeah. Don't make me care about things that are supposed to be dead. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like what Corey said about 28 years later, The Bone Temple. He's like, how dare Nia DaCosta make me feel empathy towards what the implications of killing a zombie could be. So, yeah, so this was 2007. So you had Dawn of the Dead, and then you had Shaun of the Dead, and then you had this before Zombieland. So I just think it's so interesting because I had seen the poster, much like everyone here, but I didn't discover what it actually was until I was doing wildcard picks for this month, and I saw this and I said, oh, that's fun. And it's funny too because I didn't even read the description. I just saw the poster and I was like, hey, I remember that 2.8. Let's just go ahead and do it. So I think this movie really needs to be talked about more because I find it to be kind of a brilliant take on zombies. That wasn't recent. This is almost 20 years old at this point.
And
I know, it's crazy.
Right?
And to flip it over and have it be when you see people like the normal people and they're all just going at warp speed and have like the whole speed or pitchy voice from
Pitchy
talking
voices.
really fast and stuff. You're like, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder they can't communicate. They're talking too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and it took me a minute to pick up on that because every time they cut to people from their perspective, they were running. And I was like, what is this? And you had to tell me, it's like, well, they're probably moving so slow because they're zombies that everything seems sped up to them. And I was like, that's fun.
That's why they can only talk to drunk people.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is also fucking gold.
See, the
dude.
first
It's just
time
so
it
good.
happened, I was like, oh shit, is this like a bad quality that they uploaded to YouTube?
No, yeah, that's what I thought too. That's actually funny because I went through the first 5 minutes and I saw the poster card on YouTube and I was like, oh, maybe this is a weird version that they uploaded to YouTube. No, it's the real movie. It's the real deal. And I love the fact that they meet up with, what's his name in the movie? Nick Steele? Is that the guy?
Dude,
Oh my
that guy
god,
was
he's
great.
fucking fabulous, dude. That character's fucking so awesome. I literally was laughing like every time.
And it's like, why haven't I seen him in more movies? He does a lot of TV work, which makes sense. He's totally like a TV character type, but I just wish I saw him in more starring roles because he was hilarious. And I love how he makes the loosest connections ever. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie when he comes to the conclusion that milk is the what is it? What did he refer to it as?
It was
the catalyst.
Yeah, the catalyst.
Or something like that, to where you won't die, or milk.
It was basically like, this is the thing that's going to, this is the X factor that was missing.
X factor. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And the reason they can talk to drunk people is because alcohol, it's because alcohol. That's it.
Inhibits the receptors that are affecting everybody else.
The loosest connections that somehow just it worked because of how campy the movie was.
And I like that he's literally got a piece of bike sticking out of him, and they're all like, yeah, that makes sense. Superhuman.
Ooh.
Oh, our laptop's trying to die.
Oh no! Run! It happens to me every time. She has to bring me my cord.
That's
but
true.
it is plugged in today. So
I have a whole computer I've dragged in from my office. So.
here, why don't you just, because you're so far away.
I'm literally got it
There you
right
go.
here.
There you go. There you go.
I'm trying to support my posture. Jeez.
Yeah, my posture is absolute
Oh, I
dog
know,
shit.
same. I'm like sitting here like Quasimodo or Igor or some shit.
I like to
I'm
bend my back like a C, so it's all smashed in, and I can't figure out why it hurts later.
We're falling apart, and we're wasting away at the 35. It's horrible. Oh, here we go. See, there are my notes. Yeah, the X Factor. And I wrote down, he also figures out, and I say that with air quotes, that alcohol must neutralize the toxic nature because they can speak to the drunk guys. I'd say my favorite character outside of Nick Steele, though, because what's funny about this movie is everyone is playing it completely straight and serious, especially Nick Steele. But I liked Mike a lot because he was the one, it felt like they were actually giving him punches and setups to be funny. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys think about Mike, like eating the brains and being like, you guys don't want any, like, you know?
Yeah, no, that was, neither of us were sure how to think of him because at first it was like, ooh, this is going to be like the douche character you don't like.
But
Yeah.
it was
That's what I thought too.
It was cheesy, dumb.
But
like-
yeah, oh yeah. What, brain margaritas? Like,
It just clicks the blender, and you're like, what are you doing
but
right
and
now?
nobody's questioning
Yeah, they're
why
all
he
just like,
has the
whatever.
thirst for the humans.
No,
Superpowers.
he just started eating brains. There was kind of like a slightly, not what's it called, cultural. When he was like, "Oh, I bet you Mexicans have spicy brains." I was like, "That's a little culturally insensitive." I think
That was the 2000s, too.
that was the 2000s. So, but
That's the movie with the bar.
With the bar
The
called
Chinks,
Chinks
dude.
Bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, Chinks. It's run by a Chinaman. Like,
we're like,
oh my
get-
God.
like besides those two things, it was because it product of its time, 2007. This is when things were happening, so it's like hard to like blame the movie, but it's still not great.
It happened, and I went, "Oh my pearls!" And
Yeah, I
then
was like,
It's
oh.
actually amazing we got through the entire film without, unless I missed it,
What?
that someone got called gay at some point.
No, yeah.
Like, because that
Yeah.
was, every time we watch a movie from the 2000s, we're like, all right, did they do it? There it is.
Yep, there it is.
But if they were also with this movie, if they were going for like that 50s kind of feel zombie movie, like, do you think they just added it to give it that factor? Which not
I
to
was
say you
wondering
need
that.
to-
that's what I was thinking too, because I was like, the guy is,
That's true.
you know, was that also intentional? Like, we'll get the
Yeah, like the
That makes sense.
Chinese,
episode
the
of the
bar run by
Monsters,
the
dude.
Chinese man being called Chinks is extremely on brand
On the nose, yeah.
for the that time period where they were just like
Yeah.
extremely to the point in the worst way possible.
Did they?
Yeah, there's that episode of the Munsters where Herman is like, he's a #1 detective, but he dresses up with like a Fu Manchu and like, whatever.
there's a couple.
And I was like, oh my God.
Actually,
like-
just watched an episode of Sailor Moon where she did the exact same thing, and I was like, "Oh no!"
You're like, oh,
There's an episode of the Munsters when he gets drafted to play baseball, and they call him a bunch of wetbacks from the Petrified Forest. I'm like, whoa,
like whoa, guys! It's like the
I'm so glad we don't, you know, we got over that shit.
You know what? That actually that tracks because in the movie Flower Drum Song, which is an all Asian cast from that time, I think it's like the 50s or 60s that movie came out. Literally at one point, the girl who came over in a boat with her dad from China in a crate, she literally looks at the guy and goes, "My back is wet."
oh my god!
Because she's saying it wrong. Like they're literally, because she saw someone in a movie say wetback, so she goes, "My back is wet." And they're like, "Oh no."
Like guys, we need to be better. But yeah, you're right though. No homophobic slurs. There was none of that. Like this movie skated through that, thank God, because as any movie from the mid 2000s can prove, is that is always in there. So thank you for not doing that. Aaah Zombies.
Half a point back.
Half a point back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Neutralized.
So yeah, I mentioned the questionable dialogue. I love how. Wait, what am I? I love when I read my notes and I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. Oh yeah, when they go bowling, that bowling scene was actually one of the most comedically hilarious things I've seen in so long because everyone's drunk. They don't know that they're zombies, and there's some. What was the contention over that one girl? Something about did they used to date or something? Remember, because they were gonna bowl it out. They were gonna fight, but then they're like,
they both wanted her. I think
That's
it's just
right.
like they both just wanted to date her.
Yeah, and then so they instead of fighting, they bowled it out, which was fucking hilarious. I thought that was great. I love that scene. And they're like, we have to keep everybody drunk so they don't know we're zombies. He's like, well, it is dollar draft night, so there you go. Dollar draft night at the local bowling alley. Did they give us a specific time that this was set though? I'm trying
No, but they were wearing modern clothing in there, so it's not like it was set in the 50s or anything. 'Cause they're wearing modern clothes.
No, you're right. But I just wasn't because I don't really remember seeing any like cars or anything or something that could tell us exactly what.
Stylistically, I think they tried to keep it as neutral as possible, but budget-wise, they were all wearing 2000s clothes.
To me, was again like, is this intentional? Because can you imagine people even talking like that now? You know, it's crazy to watch modern people say shit like that. Like,
oh yeah,
I didn't realize this was wrong before. Not even, like.
Yeah, there was the dialogue. I don't know. I felt the dialogue was okay. It was, I guess, cringy in some parts, but it is a product of its time. That's for sure. But I do have it's not like a game, but I have a question I want to ask everybody. At what point, it's the zombie self-awareness test. At what point do you realize you're a zombie? Eating brains, no one making eye contact with you, people running away, failing a mirror test? Because it took them a long time. Even Nick Steele, it took him till like the end of the movie.
They didn't even work it out till he told them.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they're not. These aren't the brightest bulbs, okay? But
even the guy that gets shot and comes back to life, he's like, "Well, that was kind of inconvenient." Like,
I'm just saying, if you say superhuman, but I've lost a hand and I don't seem to be bothered by it.
Yeah, but you're just shredding. You know, you're shedding cells for your power.
That was so fucking great.
Like, whole hands.
And he duct taped it back on, which is a weird trope in movies where people just use like the Green Room when he gets his arm cut up and then he just tapes it. I'm like, yeah, duct tape fixes all.
Don't make me think about that, please. God.
I had to. I know you. I know you hate it so much.
I try to block that movie out for all of those
Spoiler,
reasons.
man. Haven't seen that movie.
Oh, that's not a spoiler. You don't know who.
It's icky. It's a very icky.
Idle Hands, though.
Icky.
There you
Idle
go.
Hands, he also.
Idle Hands, and this one had a little walking hand as well, which I can see where they put the budget because I was entirely convinced that they had a mechanical hand. That was some pretty solid effects.
Yeah, actually, that part aged pretty well, and we appreciated because it always drives me nuts in movies where like they're a detached head. Somehow they've also got their necks.
Yeah,
they're able to keep their chin off the table. Like, how are you keeping all this from flopping over? And he was actually chin down all the way, so he's having to talk with his chin in the table. Like, that feels more realistic for a thing that can't happen.
It was satisfactory. I would literally, every time he was on, I'm like, that actually looks so good.
Right?
It felt like effort was put in.
It felt like effort was put in, because there's a couple times, especially even when he was, the head rolls out of the ball return, and someone comes over there to pick him up, and I was like, that still looks pretty damn good for 2007, 20 years ago. I don't really think they used any digital effects, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, other than like having to color the green shit green when everything else was black and white. I don't really think that, and that's just really color grading at that point.
I can't say 100%. I was very busy doodling.
I know you were half paying attention because we weren't supposed to be on the episode, and then you watched it with me, and I was like, well, you can be on the episode now.
I was very busy making art. Okay.
It's important. It's good for your soul.
Yeah.
And you haven't done it in a long time.
For a craft project, I have no skills to achieve.
You got this.
What did you guys think about we'll start with Derek. What did you think about the zombie kind of makeup that they had? Because I thought I really liked it.
Oh, I thought the makeup was great because it was a total throwback to 50s. And I love those movies. So like when it initially happened with the green coming through, I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cheesy. Yeah. But like just like the standalone when it would go back and forth and you just see like, yeah, it was really solid.
Yeah. What about you, Tiera? Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I also was like, it's so simple yet so effective with that black and white.
Right.
Like, it just, and then contacts, like
That's all you
shit up,
need.
and
Yeah.
you're good. Like you're good to go. And it just,
It worked. I mean,
Maybe that's why they chose black and white too, to kind of help.
That would make sense.
that's true. If you choose black and white, then you can do much simpler makeup, and throwing the white eyes on there is only going to make them look even more menacing with black and white.
it was so like comic bookish, the whole thing.
Yeah.
the whole movie, just like a cartoon show where it was like out of control, but
Yeah.
like when they're holding up the arm, it's comical, so you like a cartoon, like
Definitely had a slapstick quality to it. For
Yeah,
sure.
it did.
Yeah, it felt like there was a lot of heart put in it, and there was also a lot of slapstick. Like, I totally feel this was homage to Night of the Living Dead, given the black and white and how the zombies kind of looked. Dawn of the Dead too, in the sense that Romero kind of made it feel comic book-y from 1978, which we talked about this month already. So I feel like it was kind of a love letter to the zombie genre while doing something entirely different, which I appreciate. I just can't believe no one's talking about this movie. I love this movie so much. I don't know. What do you think? I'm looking at you. What do you got over there? You look like you got something behind those eyes.
I'm saying based on the rating and how when this one came out, it's definitely it came out at the wrong time situation.
Yeah.
And also, which we experience so much now with people, when you see a new movie, it's like, you just didn't understand it. This is actually one of the, it's like, you don't just not understand every single friggin' movie just because I don't like it. This, however, I think people didn't get the comedic nature of the cheesiness of the movie.
Yeah.
Like that it was meant to be that cheesy. Because it does feel, like we all said, it feels intentional, and it feels like a love letter to zombie movies, like you said, but at the same time, it feels playful. They're having fun.
Yeah.
And when the people making the movie are having fun, it makes so much of a difference in the quality of the film. And I think a lot of people don't appreciate that sometimes. Like, they were having fun. This is why it's this way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense, because it's also just so different than what was coming out at the time.
Yeah.
Because you think of like Dawn of the Dead, that was a very serious, bloody remake from Zack Snyder, and then Shaun of the Dead, of course, is a comedy horror where they're two bumbling guys who have no idea what's going on. So this one coming in kind of after that, I think it was just not what I just don't think people wanted it at the time. That's my kind of speculation. This is right off the heels of Shaun of the Dead, which is one of the greatest zombie movies of all time, in my opinion. And
That's just fact.
that's just fact. Well, and it also didn't get a theatrical release too, so I think that kind of hurt it. It played at I was going through the release dates. So many festivals. So I don't know if it was a lack of someone picking up the movie and distributing it. I don't know, but it's just crazy that a movie like this can get made. Everyone involved, besides the Newton brothers, really don't do much after this. It's just a shame to see a movie not get the appreciation it deserves. Because I wouldn't even consider this like a cult status at this point, because no one's fucking heard of this.
Yeah.
No, it's so poorly rated and nobody's heard of it. It's like, you didn't get it, man.
Well,
This is why we talk about these movies on the podcast, because like these kinds of movies don't get enough love. Like,
it just had this one. I happened to stumble upon. I don't even know how. Probably just the filtering. IMDb's advanced search is great because you can go through and specifically hit things, and then I would put filter zombies, and I think that's how it came up. And I saw the low rating, and I was like, let's give it a go.
Yeah, like
Let's
you
try
think
it.
it's funny because we do pick out small movies, and like Black Sheep we would think would be small. Have you guys seen that one?
Not the Tommy Farley. There we go.
Not the Farley one.
No.
The Sheep
not
one. The important. No, I'm just kidding. They're both important. In this context,
In their respective way.
Yeah, and they're completely different genres, but yeah.
it's just really hard to tell people you like Black Sheep and you're having a completely different conversation than them. But like that one is a small movie in the sense that nobody, like a lot of people have not heard of it. Like mass audiences have not heard of it. But if you're into horror movies, you likely have. This is smaller than that.
Yeah.
This is so much smaller than that. Like I always thought of that as like that and Dead and Breakfast as like the smallest zombie movies I know.
Yeah, this is
smaller.
Well, and it's also it doesn't help your movie when you name it after a movie that was wildly successful in the early 90s with Chris Farley and David Spade. So that didn't help its case.
It
You
does
know,
help when you have sick effects, though. So
Weta Workshop did the effects for that. Who did Lord of the Rings? You can go. We actually did Black Sheep a year or two
those
ago.
Were Sheep are gonna stand the test of time,
And
design
we
wise.
still have to watch that 4K that I got with the fuzzy sheep.
With the wool lined.
Yeah, it's a
slipcover.
pretty sick release.
I'm surprised they didn't
awesome.
change the because like that would have been what Australian title,
New
Australia?
Zealand. Yeah.
New Zealand title. So when they brought it to America, I'm surprised they wouldn't have changed the title just for the confusion factor.
That's true, because a lot of times that'll happen.
That
is
one's
they
also
will.
called Wasting Away.
Huh?
That one's also called Wasting
That
Away.
one's called Wasting Away. Because that happens a lot if you do bring a foreign movie over, or vice versa. They'll change the title. So yeah, you'd think that they would do that, unless it didn't come to the States. It's entirely possible it didn't get a theatrical run in the States. But it's just funny to find movies like this where horror was really coming back in a big way. You know, Saw was very prominent around this time. Paranormal Activity was made in 2007, but wasn't released until 2009. So I think it just got lost in the shuffle, and it's unfortunate because I do think there's a lot of good in this movie, minor flaws aside. I had such a blast with it that I also wasn't expecting to have a great time. I just figured it would probably be decent, but I don't know about you guys.
It was fun.
It was really fun.
The biggest flaw for this movie is that somebody didn't give them more money to make it even better.
Right.
Facts.
Because having a script like that and pitching it to people, I feel, again, maybe it was just too ahead of its time. It's like my perfect example is John Carpenter's The Thing. It was way too ahead of its time and was critically panned when it came out in 1982, and now it has cult status because how can it not? It's crazy to me that a movie like that in 1982 would be like, no, not good. Come again? Like, what? I'm sorry.
I think this.
Well, this also. Oh, what are you saying?
No,
You
go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, guess go first.
Yeah, guess go first.
Oh, okay. It also came out though, so I was already zombie fatigued.
True.
I think by the time there was just a lot of them coming out, so it was like, do I have time to watch another one? And I wish it did. I wish I did watch this one because it was so much different.
It
than everything
was,
else,
yeah.
but-
I think it's funny you saying that, like, but if we watched it back then, would we have got it?
Right.
Would we have appreciated it the way we're appreciating it now?
That's true. We might not have actually, because there's another, was it House that we have to rewatch?
Yes.
From the
Because we
80s?
didn't get it the first time. I was like, what the
Wait,
fuck?
which
Yeah,
house?
yeah, the one with the house with the Ding Dong You Dead poster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
not Houseu. Got it.
Yeah. Because I did watch that one too recently, or when I first watched it, I was like, it was okay, but then rewatching it, I really enjoyed it. And I'm sure you know, but there are 4 House movies, and my hot take on that franchise is 4 is actually my favorite. I don't know.
So House is one of those movies where the poster looks menacing, so you don't realize that you're getting into a horror comedy.
But that's
Right.
what happened.
But that's what happened.
Drag Me to Hell, too.
Oh, Drag Me to Hell. That was the same
I
thing.
don't
We went
know.
to see that in theaters and went, the fuck is this?
Did not expect it to be funny. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be funny.
yeah,
But-
with Justin Long being in it, yeah, and that's one of the few horror movies he lives in. So
Yeah, I actually took a friend to see Tucker and Dale versus Evil when it came out
in
at
theaters.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters at
Nice.
like a small, the one screen theater in Denver. Because I was like, I just saw the trailer kind of, and I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's go. I'm really hard to convince to go to a movie.
You really are.
But I was like, I dragged her. She hated it. Absolutely loathed it. She hates a lot of things.
Can't trust that person.
We don't talk anymore, okay?
Oh, that's probably why you don't talk. You can't trust her.
But she absolutely loathed that movie, and I was like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen, and you don't appreciate it.
I did not see it when it came out, but I saw it afterwards and was like, wow, this is great. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't watch it sooner.
And I don't know why people don't talk about it, because that one, and funny enough, that one, just like this one, not only does the genre, but it's making fun of the genre at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
and like this one, the whole sacrifice play at the end of this movie.
Oh,
where
yeah.
he's like, I'm just gonna run for it, and I'm gonna sacrifice myself so you can all run. And you're like, what? And then you get to see it and how it plays out. Like, buddy, you can't actually run.
Yeah,
This is so funny.
You have to break down the last few minutes because my old man ass was falling asleep on the couch.
Okay, so the
I
Steel
forgot.
guy,
Okay, Nick Steele.
they're pretty much trapped,
Okay.
and they're like, surrounded by the military, and they're like, okay, though the only way we can do this is if we like split up. Well, someone's got to distract them so we can all run away.
Got it.
So he's like, he decides to make the sacrifice play where he's going to run and distract them and run as fast as he can to get their attention. Except he's still a fucking zombie. So he's like slow-moing at them and clearly 0% of distraction. But while they all bum rush the military, he's just on the ground doing the whole stare of like, was my sacrifice worth it?
Witness me.
But he's just a zombie and he's like,
Those
I was dying. Like, that's hysterical. And it's because the whole sacrifice play is so heavily overused anyways. Like, if one person runs and gets themselves killed, the rest of us can survive. There's no like way we could do this where everybody doesn't have to like, wow, but we all figure out a plan where we all survive. Because it doesn't take that much time to take out one person.
Well, you'd think, right? Yeah, I was kind of passing out at that point.
He gets sleepy.
I'm so sleepy all the
He's
time.
so tired. We haven't watched so many movies at night because he's so sleepy.
I'm asleep at like 8 o'clock. But yeah, that's hilarious, by the way. I was going to rewatch it, but I totally forgot to rewatch the last ending sequence there. So do they get away? Does everyone else get away?
They start, I really wish I wanted them to flip back to color one last time. I don't know if you guys did because I really wanted to see it. But they do run away, and they've made like this zombie town for themselves, and they're just like sitting in chairs staring. One of them throws a frisbee to the other, kind of. It just lands on the ground. They're sweeping.
Like so nursing home core, dude. Like it.
They're just kind of all shuffling around in black and white. And you're like, what the hell?
I love it.
Yeah, no, agreed, though. It needed to flip back to color one more time just to show them having a grand old time.
I really wanted that, and they didn't do it. Maybe it wasn't in the budget. They had used all their pennies at that point.
It's like we're all done. I do love the flopping back and forth, though, because especially when they're just staring at someone talking, and then it flips over to the black and white, and they're just like, oh, it's so great. I love that.
The best example is them kissing at the bowling alley, because they're like making out, and it's just them. Like, oh my God.
Disgust the people like, oh my God.
But I like that, because I know you guys were talking about the makeup earlier.
Yeah.
The fact that somehow being drunk means you can't see that they look weird.
Drunk goggles, you know?
You got to be like hammered.
Yeah.
I know I would have to be the most drunk ever
Well,
to not notice something's wrong with someone's face.
They did say that they have to be.
I never got beer goggles, dude. I never understood beer goggles.
The
'Cause I'm like, I've been fucking drunk, dude, and
the drunkest
never
I ever
looked at
was.
someone.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
No, the
God.
drunkest I ever was. Somebody else's fault. They were that boring. Okay.
Wow.
I stand by my decision.
Don't be so boring, apparently.
But I thought I was so drunk that I hallucinated, because I was in Korea at the time, that our driver was a little person. And I had to lean over to my friend. I'm like, is our driver a little person? And she's like, yes, that's real. I'm like, okay. Okay. I was like, because I'd never seen a little person in person at that point since high school.
I was like, whoa.
There was a kid in my school who was in high school. Okay. But in Korea, you don't even see heavy people in Korea. Everybody is like
not fat. Like
everybody is thin, and everybody is pretty much
The same
like you've got a standard setup going. You don't really see people who are atypical at all. Okay, so I was like, am I hallucinating right now? What was in that?
Yeah, who spiked your drink with acid?
So even that drunk, I still noticed when something was different. So I'm like, how drunk were those people in that bowling alley?
Yeah.
Very drunk.
Yeah.
They have to keep them at a certain level of drunk, because if they get too not drunk, then they all run out of
Then they'll notice.
Then they'll run out of the bowling alley at full speed. So, yeah, I don't. Okay, which title do we like better? Because I do like Aaah Zombies better.
My only issue is that you really have to know how many A's are in ah.
Yeah, pulling this up is kind of a bitch. So for searching purposes, wasting away is better. But for title, Aaah Zombies, hands up. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's unanimous.
Wasting away feels like a whole other thing.
It's the only title I ever knew it by until you sent it to me.
Well,
The poster, you always see the Aaah Zombies.
Yeah, and when I was searching it on Letterboxd, it wouldn't come up, and I was like, okay. And then I went and saw that it had an AKA on IMDb, and then it pulled up on Letterboxd as Wasting Away. It's like, can we all get on the same page between Letterboxd and IMDb, because it's very confusing when movies have two titles.
Wasting Away feels like a cancer drama. That sounds like a drama movie.
I mean, I get it, but it's not great.
It's lacking the comedic effect of Zombies.
3 A's, 1 exclamation point, and then Zombies has 2 exclamation points. I've remembered because I've typed it in so many times at this point. I think that, I don't know. You got anything else? I think I've kind of hit everything that I had. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got anything else? Did you want to, like a favorite scene or anything?
The line.
That line.
Which line?
When Nick Steele, when they're talking about being zombies or whatever. Well, we're not. Well, an idiot doesn't know they're an idiot, but they're still an idiot.
Like, they're not wrong.
It
Feels like this is applicable to the people in the room.
That killed us both.
Not for
Okay.
nothing. Also, I felt he did such a good job. That character is
That
so
guy-
awesome. I felt bad when he was like, you know what, I'm actually a chef on the SS Diarrhea. No, he was the janitor, but
Yeah.
when he revealed that, it made me think of SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs. There's a whole episode where he lied
I don't
about.
think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
We were showing our daughter that. I don't know that I've seen that one.
Well, we started watching it when, our daughter was really into it, and then I realized that I hadn't really seen much past season 3, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it started
Yeah,
like
a little crazy.
Yeah, new animation happened, and I was like, "Oh, this is
The
interesting."
fine dining and breathing episode. That's the episode.
Oh,
Oh!
yes, got it.
yes.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, sorry, went off on a tangent.
No,
My
it's important. It's
apologies.
important.
But I did. I like actually felt for him when he was all like, "Yeah, no, I was just a janitor, actually." And I'm like, look at this guy out here trying to live his best fucking soldier life, super soldier life, and he's
The super soldier zombie life.
I
I want to know he got the piece of bike in there before he found everybody else.
I'd love
See,
a.
that's when I would have been like, "Are we dead, bro?" Because what the fuck?
I would love a Nick Steele prequel to this movie.
Just him cleaning toilets for an hour and a half.
I'm pretty good at dodging because they used to throw shit at me in the cafeteria.
I'm like, same, bro.
Dude, I want to see that guy in another movie. He fucking played it so
So good.
straight and so good. It was like Naked Gun style
Yeah.
the way he played it.
It reminds me of what's the actor's name in I, Tonya, who plays her bodyguard. Did you guys see I, Tonya? Where he's like, yeah, well, I'm in the Secret Service. They're like, but you're not. He's like, well, it's a top secret mission. Like, no, we've checked, and you're not.
and then he's just finished just like.
And like it's like that. It was like you were so much cooler in your own
In your own
mind.
head
Yeah.
than you are in real life. Okay. All right. Well, then we should go on to the final cut here. Just one. Oh, no. I'm scrolling up. There's more. 2 taglines. A new perspective on the zombie movie.
Accurate.
And zombies are people too. There is no trivia on this movie. That's how.
Wow.
Yeah. And the one goof that they did have is a petty goof. I love petty goofs. Tim tells Mike to call 911, which Mike replies, "I can't. They shut off my cell phone." However, 911 is required for all cell phones, regardless if the phone is in service or not. Shut up, nerd. No one cares. Rated 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb for our purposes of the Nightmare Index. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have 2 extra ratings on this one.
Like there are 2 people.
2 extra
Wow.
ratings. 2.85 out of 5 on IMDb for our purposes, and then a 2.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It has not even a score on the tomato meter. It's just 2 dots because there were not enough. I think you have to have 10 reviews before it actually populates. Yeah, so it doesn't even have a rating, but it does have a 55% audience score, so everyone's pretty torn. What did you give this, Gabby?
Give it a 3.5.
Okay, 3.5. Tiera, what did you give this?
I gave it a 4.
A 4. Derek,
I hadn't rated it yet, but
what are we thinking?
I will give it a 4.
A 4. Okay, so then I also gave it a 3.5, which I got to divide it by.
Good. I didn't want to be the hard ass.
I was like, which I got to divide it by 6 this time. Gives us a Nightmare Index of 3.44. Okay, I had a picture of the Nightmare Index, but now it's gone. So that'll be sitting somewhere in between something.
House who's still winning.
That'll be on the next episode of the corrections, probably. Oh, I already recorded that episode. Never mind. Catch me in 2 weeks. Similar movies according to IMDb. We have Fido, Juan of the Dead, Big Ass Spider, Hobo with a Shotgun, and something called Colin. Similar movies according to Letterboxd. We have Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, Warm Bodies, Day of the Dead, 2008, and Land of the Dead. Yes,
Can we roll back to Big Ass Spider?
You've never seen Big Ass Spider?
What the hell's Big Ass Spider?
So good. Directed by Mike Mendez, who I had on the podcast, the Hispanic Satanics podcast.
I know that. I live here.
Oh yeah, I was just saying he Mike Mendez he directed it, and it's a lot of fun. It's literally big ass spiders taking over a city.
Can we go back to the fact that this movie is nothing like Hobo with a Shotgun?
Correct, nothing like it at all.
Like completely different movie.
IMDb is like, I don't know what to compare to give you. Take Hobo with a Shotgun. I don't know, and I don't even know what the fuck Colin is. It is definitely a movie that happened, and I saw it. I don't have any funny reviews because there's not enough, and all the ones that are there are super long. So it's a really weird mix. There's only 228 reviews of this movie, and they're all fucking paragraphs, which I appreciate for sure. Like, you know, do your review, but there weren't any fun, quippy, gotcha ones. So I've got nothing. This is the first time we've okay, here we go. 5 stars. Picture yourself home alone as a kid. You've got Serial, Sci-Fi Channel on, and this is what plays. That's all I've got. That's it. So where can everybody find you? Are you on social media, Miss Ferreira?
I I am, but I haven't done anything with it for like a long time. So
okay, well, what was your letterbox? The Spooky T 1408.
Yes, and that's
right.
my Instagram
I've added you
as well.
Oh, Instagram as well.
I'm gonna go on there and find you.
Okay, Derek, what about you? Where can everybody find you on the social medias?
Oh, you can find me on TikTok, HFK, horror. I don't even remember my name. Dude.
Damn it!
I'm terrible about this. You ask me every time, and I forget every
Isn't it
time.
HFK something.
It's HFK's Movie House.
There
and
you go.
You can also find me on Instagram at HFK Horror Film Kid 48. My letterboxd Horror Film Kid 48.
There you go.
I'm trying to keep it uniform, but sometimes it's not.
It's hard sometimes. So if you enjoy the show, please rate and review on your favorite podcast app of choice. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Slasher, Threads, and YouTube at Frightmares Podcast. Our email is stayspooky@outlook.com. You can check me out personally on Letterboxd at Dr. Proctor. You are
Watson LMP 90.
Watson LMP 90. Be sure, let me try that again. If you'd like to expand your movie listening podcast, check out the Shameless Picture Show, the Dead-Eyed Millennial Film Club, and 1 week rental as well. Next week, month, whatever you want to call it, we'll begin March Labness. It is Mad Scientist themed, not specifically mad scientists, but human experimentation, stuff like that. And Jason and I will be doing Reanimator from 1985 as our essential pick. It is streaming on Prime, Roku, and Tubi, so no excuses to not watch it, although I feel like everyone, and if everyone, most of the people listening to this have probably seen it. Rewatch it, because it's still great. Until then, stay tuned and
Stay spooky.